We're glad to have you all together here today, and I see some faces from the past, as well as those of you who are actively engaged now in CCLS. I was thinking back to the very beginning, and I was reminded in part of this because Zvi Galil sent a message in response to Oksinia's invitation, and he CC'd me, saying how sorry he was he couldn't be here, but to please remember, and this would be Zvi, please remember that he was very involved in getting CCLS set up. And that reminded me that I also was very involved in getting CCLS set up. In fact, it was really my idea for quite some time that this should come about, and we managed to get funding through both Zvi and Mike Crow, and then the problem was really director. And we spent some time looking, and that's where we were so fortunate to have Dave agree and come on board, and he really built and put together a very fine institute where we see at this point in time we have quite a good group together working. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Becky, who has taken over as director after, I guess I would say, a bit of a tumultuous period of time when both Doug and Becky worked very hard on, keeping things going. Becky has very kindly agreed to take over as director, and I think we're all in good hands, and I look forward to hearing what she has to say.
Oh, well, thank you, Kathy. I don't speak extemporaneously as well as you do, so I made a few notes. And I wanted to thank you all for being here, and I want to thank Owen again, because it was really Owen who just happened to notice one day as he was looking at our website, oh my goodness, we started in April 2003. Here it is April 2013. It's our 10th year. So we decided it was time for a party. And it has been tumultuous lately. We had a 2-year period that was very rough from the time that Dave was diagnosed. And fortunately, for some serendipitous reason, he had just brought Doug Reekin aboard. And if he hadn't, we would have really been I think it's much more of a loss trying to get through that period. So I wanted to say just a few words about Dave, because he was an inspirational person who was always encouraging new ideas, but he was also always in big support of the projects that had been here for a while. And I wanted, there's not going to be time to talk about all the work that's going on here, but we did put together a slideshow that's going on in the conference room that kind of gives an overview of a lot of the work that's been going on here, and I wanted to say a few words about 2 of the kinds of projects that have been here for the whole 10 years, because that's pretty amazing. There's the 2 largest research areas, I would say, that are still going, after 10 years are, on the one hand, what I'll call smart energy, smart vehicles, and smart buildings, spearheaded by Roger Anderson and his very trusty colleague and intellectual partner, Albert Boulanger. Roger's not here because he's on vacation, but he's here in spirit, I guess. So that's been, a huge area, and then also the natural language processing area, which, we have several people here, and we collaborate a lot with the people in CS. I want to draw attention to a particular group, the group CADM, the Columbia Arabic Dialect Modeling Group, that is made up of Owen and Nizar and Mona, until she left recently for George Washington. And then, we do have a lot of other areas that include climate informatics for a short period, bioinformatics, health records in various formats. So there's been applications to EEG data for epilepsy, or EHRs for prediction of preterm birth, and so on. learning dialogue strategies, natural language processing applied to a whole range of types of media and documents and domains. And I just want to say that I feel very proud of the center, that we've survived in a period of such ups and downs economically. We started at a period of time when the economic conditions were very favorable, and then there was this big downturn, but somehow we managed to thrive. Kathy mentioned the past 2 years, which again were pretty rocky. In addition to Dave's illness, there was the fact that about a year ago we suddenly lost several people, one after another, and we also had some problems with a particular large project that was funded by the DOE, where we suddenly lost funding for a variety of very unusual circumstances that were very unexpected. But concurrently, at around that time, there were big awards made in the natural language processing area with Owen's involvement with FUSE and the IARPA program, and the BOLT projects from DARPA that Nazar was involved in, as well as the other, everybody in the NLP group. And then the secondary project that I've been part of, and all of these other people here like Expedia and Ashish, who is standing over there, we suddenly got a big influx of a larger amount of money from Con Edison. So, there have been ups and downs. Unfortunately, it's survived. We lost a lot of staff, so that we went through this 6-month period almost of working in the dark. And it was kind of rough. But we now have recovered all of the staff that we lost with new people. And I was just looking for all their faces. So one of them is Kathy Hickey, who might be downstairs at the moment, watching the door. Is she not here? And then Daniel Alicia, who is our departmental administrator for a while and who left to go to the dental school. I guess one of the reasons for some of the delay in rehiring was that at the same time the institute was started, and there was a kind of reorganization where now there are people like Daniel and Idria, our new financial coordinator, who's over there, who are, they work for the institute, but their assignments are here wholly or in part. So we welcome them aboard, and we welcome all of you to our celebration today. We're glad you're here. And I just want to mention that there's the slideshow, there's light refreshments, there's posters all along, and we hope that you enjoy meeting and talking with all of us.
The food is there. You should point it
Oh, yes, and the very important part is that we have a table full of food along with the slideshow and beverages up here. So thanks again for coming.